Am I the a-hole for calling my sister-in-law crazy for stealing my baby names? So I really would like some advice just to know if I am really overreacting or if this whole situation is as aggravating as I find it to be. So I, F42, and my husband Oliver, M44, got married when we were 26 and 24, and we have 4 children together. My husband has a little brother, Mason, M39, who married Jane, F34. They have 3 children together but are expecting a baby. Me and Jane get along pretty well. Her and her kids come over to my house a lot while our husbands are at work, so we spend a lot of time together. However, there has been one thing that has always bothered me about Jane. A couple years ago, when Jane's son was being born, she told me that she wanted to name her son Oliver after my husband. Here's the problem. My son, who was 2 years old at the time, was already named Oliver after my husband. I expressed this to her, and she then acted like she understood, but when her son was born, she named him Oliver. Mason told me and my husband that they would only call their son by his middle name or by the initials of his first and middle name, X/OJ. However, for the past 10 years, Jane and her kids have only called their son by Oliver. Jane also tries to get her son and my husband to be really close, going as far as to just bring him over to the house by himself a lot, even when she knows my husband and son are trying to spend quality time together. This has always rubbed me and my husband the wrong way, but for the sake of his family, we chose to just not make it a big deal. But flash forward to now, a couple of days ago, Jane and me were talking about baby names for her and Mason's new baby. For more context, my daughter Annabelle actually doesn't get called Annabelle, and instead goes by her middle name Lily. And everyone has been calling her Lily since childhood, not Annabelle. Well, when me and Jane were talking about girl baby names, she said she was already set on a name for a girl and said Lily. I asked her the reason why, and she stated it's the only name that she liked for a girl, and that she genuinely didn't like any other name. I said to her that she knows my daughter goes by Lily, and that is basically her name. She instantly got very defensive and tried to say that Lily wasn't my daughter's actual name, so it didn't matter, and that I was being ridiculous. I then said, "You're the ridiculous one, and crazy at that." This got Jane really mad, and she immediately said she couldn't believe I called her crazy, and then she rounded up her kids and left. Honestly, I feel like if Jane hadn't already done this before, I wouldn't have minded her wanting to name her daughter Lily as much. But twice? It just feels intentional at this point.